Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Thirumala. Today's video is about HTML5 tutorial for beginners. Let's get started. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. With HTML, you can create your own website. HTML describes the structure of a web page. HTML consists of a series of elements. HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. HTML elements are represented by tags. HTML tags label pieces of content such as heading, paragraph, table, etc. Browsers do not display the HTML tags but use them to render the content of the page. Here is a simple HTML example. Doc type HTML, HTML head, and inside the head element you can see the title element with the title like page title, and then you can see the body element, and within the body element contains the visible page content. The doctype HTML declaration defines this document to be HTML5. The HTML element is the root element of an HTML page. The head element contains meta information about the document. The title element specifies a title for the document. The body element contains the visible page content, like the content which you can see on the your web page or the web browser. The h1 element defines a large heading. There are headings from starting from h1 to h6, h1 being the large heading, h6 the smallest heading. The headings we'll see in the later section, later part of this video. The p element defines a paragraph. HTML tags normally come in pairs like P and P. This P is the opening or starting tag, and the /P is the closing or end tag. As you can see here, P is the start or opening tag, and /P is the end or closing tag. HTML is not case sensitive. Web browsers. The purpose of a web browser is to read HTML documents and display them. There are so many of the web browsers like Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari. The browser does not display the HTML tags but uses them to determine how to display the content. Only the content inside the body section is displayed in a browser. So let's see this simple HTML example in the HTML editor and how it will be displayed in the web browser. Also, let's see first about the HTML. Let's talk about the HTML editors, so you'll know what is a HTML editor. HTML editor is a tool that helps you to edit and create HTML code. It is a text-based tool which lets you edit our source code directly. HTML editor is the essential part of the web development. List of best HTML editors: Notepad, Notepad++, Sublime Text, Atom, Brackets, Visual Studio, Visual Studio Code. So today I'm going to use the Visual Studio HTML editor. This is how it looks. So going back to the simple HTML example, okay, it has the page title, and then let me delete all of this so we can see later. This one too. Okay, so we have the doctype HTML, and in the head, inside the head element we have the title, and inside the body element we'll put h1 big heading, and then p. h1 big heading, and then p tag my first paragraph. let me save this and let's go to the browser and refresh. Okay, hope you can see my browser. So the title you can see here, the page title, and then the content inside the body, which is big heading, which is the H1 heading, that's why it's big, and the first paragraph, it's a paragraph. So let's see here, you can see the page title, the big heading, and the my first paragraph. Next, HTML attributes. All HTML elements can have attributes. Attributes provide additional information about an element. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. Attributes usually come in name-value pairs, like name equal to value. The title attribute provides additional tooltip information. The href attribute provides address information for links. The width and height attributes provide size information for images. The alt attribute provides text for screen readers. The href attribute. HTML links are defined with the A tag. The link address is specified in the href attribute. Example A, href equal to www.google.com, and the text Google link, that's what you'll be able to see with a mouse icon like a hand. The src attribute. HTML images are defined with the img tag. The file name of the image source is specified in the src attribute. Example, img src equal to img3456.jpg. HTML attributes. The width and height attributes. HTML images also have width and height attributes, which specifies the width and height of the image. So you have a specific image that you want to display on your website, and you want it to be of a specific size, like width 500, height 500 or 600, whatever size. So that you can do with the help of width and height attributes. The width and height are specified in pixels by default, so width equal to 500 means 500 pixels wide. The alt attribute. The alt attribute specifies an alternative text to be used if an image cannot be displayed. The value of the alt attribute can be read by screen readers. This way, someone listening to the web page, example, a vision impaired person, can hear the element. Example, img src equal to img3456.jpg, alt equal to lady with an umbrella. Say for some reason this image is not displayed on the web page, then you'll be able to see this text, the alt text, lady with an umbrella. So that's the purpose of alt attribute. The style attribute. And the style attribute is used to specify the styling of an element, like color, font, size, etc. Example, p style equal to color : red. This is a paragraph. So this is a paragraph. That text within the paragraph will be displayed in red color, since we have mentioned style equal to color red. The lang attribute. The language of the document can be declared in the HTML tag. The language is declared with the lang attribute. Example, doc type HTML lang equal to en-us. The first two letters specify the language, which is en is English. If there is a dialect, add two more letters like US. Like for India, I think it's in or ind. For UK, like that. You can add it here, in the starting HTML tag, HTML lang equal to en-us. Okay, this is how you specify. The title attribute. Here a title attribute is added to the p element. The value of the title attribute will be displayed as a tooltip when you mouse over the paragraph. Example, p title equal to I'm a tooltip. This is a paragraph. So once you mouse over or hover over, this is a paragraph text in your browser or the web page, you should be able to see a tooltip which says I am a tooltip. This will see these examples, will see them shortly. The ID attribute. The ID attribute specifies a unique ID for an HTML element. The ID value can be used by CSS and JavaScript to perform certain tasks for the element with the specific ID value. In CSS, to select an element with a specific ID, write a hash character followed by the ID of the element. Example, h1 id equal to my header h1 tag close. Let's see this how it works. The width, height attributes, alt attributes, style, the title. Okay, here already I have it in the code. So h1 big heading, p1 title equal to so I'm giving the tooltip here, style color. Let me give here also style equal to color blue, and then image source I'm giving using the alt attribute here, and then in the next one image I'm specifying the width and height attributes. So let me just copy this and paste it here, save. Let's see how it looks. Let me refresh. Okay, now you can see the big heading. If you see the big heading here, h1 or heading 1, let me give this to differentiate. Heading 1, so that should be in blue, since we have as we have mentioned, the style equal to color blue, and then I'm a tooltip. My first paragraph should be in red. This image should have an alt, and then this size should be 500 600. Let's refresh and check. Okay, see the heading 1 we gave a blue, so the color is blue. My first paragraph is in red, and then okay, you can see here now this image, the travel JPG, it is 500 by 600, and here there is no image. Sorry, there is no image, that's why you can see the alt text, lady with an umbrella. So now if I hover over my first paragraph, I can see I'm a tooltip. That's the title attribute here. Let me make this, let me see, the size 300 by 300, and save and refresh. Okay, see, we have made it to 300 by 300. Next, HTML headings. Headings are defined with the h1 to h6 tags. h1 defines the most important heading, h6 defines the least important heading. So this is how it looks in the example: h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6. Let me quickly show you how the h2 size looks. Heading 2 and h3 heading 3, h4 heading 4, h5 heading 5, 6 heading 6. Okay, let's go here now. let me refresh. Okay, as you can see, big heading, it's in h1, heading 2, how the size is going down from h1 to h6. HTML headings. Headings are important. Search engines use the headings to index the structure and content of your web pages. Users often skim a page by its headings. It is important to use headings to show the document structure. H1 heading should be used for main headings, followed by H2 headings, then the less important H3, and so on. Use HTML headings for headings only. Don't use headings to make text big or bold. For that we have font size. For bold we have B. For italic we have I, etc. So just use HTML headings for headings only. HTML horizontal rules. The HR, or the horizontal rule, tag defines a thematic break in an HTML page and is most often displayed as a horizontal rule. The HR element is used to separate content in an HTML page. So let's use HR here. Say we want to separate out this one between these two content, so let's give a HR, horizontal rule, and see how it displays in the browser. Okay, this is how it looks. There's a line, right? Horizontal rule. So that's how we use it. Next, HTML paragraphs. The HTML element defines a paragraph. Example P, this is a paragraph and the closing tag. HTML display, you cannot be sure how HTML will be displayed. The paragraph we have already seen, we are already using it, like here and then here, so we are fine over there. HTML display, you cannot be sure how HTML will be displayed. Large or small screens and resized windows will create different results. With HTML, you cannot change the output by adding extra spaces or extra lines in your HTML code. The browser will remove any extra spaces and extra lines when the page is displayed. So here the next one is HTML line breaks. The HTML BR element defines a line break. Say if you don't want all the content or the text on the same line, you can use BR to give a line break. Use BR if you want a line break, a new line, without starting a new paragraph. Example P, this is BR, a paragraph BR with line breaks. The BR tag is an empty tag, which means that it has no end tag. So this will be displayed, text will be displayed in the first line. In the second line, a paragraph will be displayed. In the third line with line breaks. So let's see this example here. This is a paragraph here with line breaks. Let's save it and see how it displays in the browser. Okay, if you can see, this is in the first line, a paragraph in the next line, and with line breaks in the next line, because for after this is we have given a BR or a break, line break. So and then for after a paragraph also we have given a line break, so with line breaks displays in the next line. So that's how the BR works. The HTML pre-element. The HTML pre-element defines pre-formatted text. The text inside a pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font, usually Courier, and it preserves both spaces and line breaks. Say instead of pre-element you are displaying some text in a paragraph element or in a paragraph tag, then it will display everything in the single line, even though you give space, line break, anything, because it does not preserve space and line breaks, whereas the pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font and it preserves both spaces and line breaks. Example, in the pre element we have defined some text. Let's see how it works, if it preserves both the space and the line breaks, and difference between pre and the para, how the text is displayed. Okay, so I have here, let me take here, okay, P, say I love traveling, I love cooking, I love walking. Let's save this and let's display this same in the pre. Okay, let's see the difference, how it will display now in the browser. Refresh, and you can see whatever we have in the P paragraph, I love traveling, I love cooking, I love walking, even though we have typed it in different lines, everything is displayed in a single line here. Whereas you can see in the pre element, you can see it preserved both spaces and the line breaks. Everything is displayed in different lines. Okay, next one is HTML styles. The HTML style attribute. Setting the style of an HTML element can be done with the style attribute. Syntax tag name style equal to property colon value. The property is a CSS property. The value is a CSS value. Background color. The CSS background color property defines the background color for an HTML element. Example. This example sets the background color for a page to powder blue. Body style equal to background hyphen color colon powder blue. This is a heading, this is a paragraph. Okay, let's see this. I will set the background color to powder blue, and the background color for the page should be our web page should be powder blue. Body background color, okay, oh sorry, style equal to okay, and also there's a semicolon here. Okay, let's refresh the web page. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, instead of style I gave double S. Okay, let's save, refresh. Okay, you can see the background color of the web page is powder blue. So that's how background color can be used. Next, text color. The CSS color property defines the text color for an HTML element. Example, h1 style equal to color red, this is heading 1. P style equal to color blue, this is a paragraph. Fonts. The CSS font size property defines the text size for an HTML element. Example, h1 style equal to sorry, this is font family actually. Family, let me save it. Okay, the CSS font family property defines the text size for an HTML element. Example, h1 style equal to font family Korea, this is heading 1. So the text, this is heading 1, will be displayed with the font family or the courier. P style equal to font family Verdana, this is a paragraph will be displayed in the style Verdana. Let's see this text color and font. Okay, here I have a color blue big heading, and then for the paragraph a color red. So let me copy this. Okay, actually I already have it here. Heading 1, style color blue, and my first paragraph, the font color, the style equal to color red. So the font color for heading 1 will be in blue. My first paragraph will be in red. That's the font color. If you see here, heading 1 is blue, my first paragraph is red. Next, the font family. Let me set that for here. Okay, font family. Let me give this Courier. Okay, and this one font family Word. Okay, let me save and refresh now. Okay, if you can see, heading 1 is of a different font now, font family now. It's Courier new, and my first paragraph is in a different one, which we have specified as Verdana. Okay, so that's about text color and the font family. Next, let's see about text size and text alignment. Text size, the CSS font size property defines the text size for an HTML element. Example, h1 style equal to font size 200%. This is heading 1. P style equal to font size 100%. This is a paragraph. Text alignment. The CSS text align property defines the horizontal text alignment for an HTML element. Example, h1 style equal to text align center, centered heading. P style equal to text align left, left aligned paragraph. So there is in the text align center, left and right. So you can use text align center to make it your text to the center, and text align left to move it to the left, text align right to move your text to the right, or display your text in the right, align your text in the right. So let's see text size and text alignment example quickly here. Okay, so this is here. Font size, let me give here font size for heading, font size 400%, and also text align, let's give it center, and here okay, and then next comes here font size 200%, then text align, let's give left. Okay, now let's see how this looks. Refresh. Okay, you can see heading 1 has gotten bigger because we have given the font size as 400%, and then my first paragraph also has gotten bigger. We have given font size 200%, and heading 1 we have mentioned text align center, so it came to the center, and my first paragraph is in the left. I think by default text align was left, so it stays in the left. Let's make my first paragraph right and see, so you'll be able to see the difference. Let me refresh. Okay, you can see now my first paragraph has moved to the right because we made it the text align as right. So that is about text size and text alignment. So okay guys, this is it for HTML tutorial for beginners part 1. We'll see HTML formatting and more in the other parts. Please keep watching, and if you are new here to my channel, please subscribe and click in the bell icon so you can get all my updates, latest updates, and you won't miss any. And also please like, share, comment on my videos. Thanks for watching.